What's going on, guys? My name is Mitch Robs, and today we have another Twine Endurance tutorial. Okay, so here's the thing. We've gone over home base northeast, we've gone over ramp, we've gone over bridge. Next is valley after this, but everybody points out, what about the mat grinder, right? So this is something that you guys have been asking for, and this will cover like the AFK spot, why we chose it, and why it's not at valley. Okay. So the big thing is, let's go build a mat grinder. This is going to be a mat grinder that's going to be for 4 bases. You don't need mega base at all in any of the spots, and it's going to be the minimum structures required. So it's going to be the same amount of structures as my previous 2 mat grinder designs. So it's legitimately, you're not going to need another mat grinder design, as it fits 4 bases and all of them get 150 metal, brick, and wood a minute. Alright, so let's head on over there. So first off, you're going to want to go all the way over to Hill Amp, because that's where we're going to be starting building it. So we're going to go all the way over here. We're going to go all the way to Hill Amp. This is Hill Amp over here in the southwest corner. I need to do this real quick. Unattach, unattach. Rest in peace, mat grinder. So this is going to be integrated into our hill design, which we don't have out yet. So, I mean, if you guys really like pause the shit, you know there's like a sneak peek and stuff like that. But this is going to be our hill amplifier. So, mat grinder wise, what we're going to do is this is going to blend in with our hill, right? So mini bosses are going to come on up here, and it's going to be similar to our ramp design where the mini bosses get up here and they get into a TP loop. But we're also going to be our one connection point for our mat grinder. This is a good connection point. You don't want to, like, the whole goal is to AFK over the middle lava right there, because a lot of our tunnels in Twine Endurance are exactly over top of that. But the way we're going to do it is we're going to start off and we're going to place a floor right here, right? It's going to be in line with this little ridge right here. And there's like this little corner. It's going to be right here. We're then going to edit our ramps into a left half stair, and we're going to go up 2. We're going to come up top, we're going to edit our floor and take out the 2 tiles to the east. We're going to keep going up, we're going to go up 1 tile with a half stair, and then we're going to have an edited half floor like this. We're going to go 1 more tile forward, and we're going to edit a little like corner out of a floor right here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 tiles forward, and that's going to be whatchamacallit, these are going to be our little floors. Alright, so now that we have that, we're going to place a floor, and we're going to start going up in terms of our like AFK spot. So what we're going to do is we're going to place this floor, and we're going to edit our walls into these little pillars. And we're going to go up to like this, and we're going to place a jump pad. Alright, so these are going to be the ones that shoot you straight up versus the ones that are directional. Alright, so we're going to go up 2 right here. We're going to go up 2 more right here and place. Okay? We're going to do that. And this should put us in the right place if I'm not mistaken. And we're going to go another one, go up 2. Make sure I don't screw that up and end up dying in the lava. We're going to go up 2 and then place. Okay? Once we're up here, this is going to be one of our attachment points for this. I like to make this wood layer metal, or wood. So we're going to place this as wood. Alright, we're going to go 1. So this is going to be a, a 4 radius one. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's going to be it. It might be 1 less short. Hold on, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. So we're going to cut off these 2. Alright. So if you guys don't actually want a mat grinder in here, because I know a lot of people just don't care, right? You just want to make your AFK spot right over this lava, so you don't even need these last 3 tiles. You could just have it right here and boom, you're done, right? This is our AFK spot for Twine Endurance. So if you look at it, it's right in line with our lava. It's almost in line with our ramp. It's almost in line with our our beach. We have a valley, which we have to build an assassin tunnel over here. If you look at Devil, it's kind of in line with Devil. If you look at Pit, all the assassin husks are going to go through the south side, and they're going to chill right here. And Hill, they just go through the tunnel because it's pretty much in line with it. So you'll find that the assassin husks mainly go through the tunnels with this AFK spot. And that's why we didn't pick something like Valley, where if you're behind Valley, you have to build assassin tunnels for each and every single amp. So with this, you don't really have to. All right, so let's get back to building the map grinder. So the big thing is we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna go 5, 6, 7. Let me see. Did I count correctly? Because I want to get this right first try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Let's find our middle point. We're gonna go out 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then we're gonna fill it in like this, so it's kind of like a diamond. So I know this is going to be tedious, and you guys are going to be pained by watching this, but I want you guys to go through this process as well. Upgrade as you go. You shouldn't be not upgrading as you go, I should say. You're going to screw something up. You're not going to get 150 mats as through it, so upgrade as you go, and you're going to ensure that you're going to get the maximum amount of materials. Because searching for this later on is going to be literally just the worst thing in the world, searching for these non-upgraded tiles. All right, so now that we have that, we're going to place, I think, let me see. We have 1, so we have a row of 1, we have 3, we have a row of 5, a row of 7, row of 5, a row of 3, and a row of 1. All right, so that should be 1, 4, 9, 16, 21, 24, 25 pieces. So once that's placed down, you're going to place a cone on each and every single one of these. All right. Cone on each and every single one of these. Okay, once we have that, we have 50 wood pieces, where our goal is 74. Okay. So our actual base spots, once we get these cones upgraded, I'll show you guys exactly what that is. They're going to be 4 tiles in here surrounding the center tile. And the reason that is you're going to be able to get full base coverage through that. You could theoretically stick a tile right here in the middle, but like, no, don't do that. It's a little bit more symmetrical if they're all on each side of that. I mean, theoretically, if it's just your base, like, no problem with it. But we're going to come right here. We're going to open this up. We're going to do a little Dorito edit. Dorito edit. Dorito edit. And Dorito edit. Okay, and those are going to be our little base spots, right? These are where the 4 bases are going to go, and this is where you guys are going to have that fun. I'm going to re-edit those back down because I'm going to have to place archways. And frankly, like, they're just going to get in my way. All right, so we're then going to edit our walls into a cone, or into an archway, which I keep being a bot, but we're going to edit into an archway. We're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles surrounding the center cone. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 pieces, right? So that should be 74 wood pieces right there. Okay, so that's pretty easy, right? There's already 74 wood pieces in here, so we don't really have to like worry too much about what's the word for it? Not having all like the wood in there. It's already placed into it. Okay, so let's continue upgrading this. I upgrade this as you go because I'm going to use this and I'm going to forget too as well. But this is also going to serve as our AFK, or not our AFK, but our UFO shooting spot as well, the top piece of this. I go on top, put a banner down, and I just sit there, right? That's what I do in Endurance. I don't ever actually move around or anything. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take brick. So we've gotten all 74 wood pieces, and this should be fine for actually getting all of our wood down in this. We're going to take 1, 2, 3, and we're going to skip surrounding the perimeter of this, and we're going to go to the edges right here that we missed. We're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? These are 12 brick pieces. Okay, and we're going to upgrade all those. So the way this is going to work is it's kind of map grinders are kind of based off of connections, right? And I know there's a lot of misinformation in the community. A lot of people think it's spherical or like spherical like base radius, but it's actually based off the connection points, right? And once you learn that, like it's based off connections. So for example, let me get this upgraded real quick and I'll explain what I'm talking about. Upgraded. So the way base works is it's based off how many connections it has to do to another piece. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles out, right, and my base is right here, it'll connect all the way to the last tile, right? And you're like, okay. So theoretically, I have a wall here, and I go 1, 2, 3 tiles out, right? You're like, all right. So that's 4 connections. 1 connection, 2 connection, 3 connection, 4 connection. You're like, okay, well, like, that kind of sucks. I can only go out to here now. But if you do it another way, right? If you go, so our base is right here. If you go 1 tile, 2 tile, 3 tile, but this isn't going to be our 3rd tile. We're going to actually have a ramp up like this. This is going to be our 3rd tile, and this can be our 4th tile, and we just got an extra connection point right here, right? So now we're at the same level as the bottom layer. So we can have all of this connected, and this will all be lit up by the base, versus if we didn't have this ramp, the last piece wouldn't. And that's important because we can sneak in a few more pieces to our mat grinder. But that's the basis of this design, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, we're going to re-edit our little base platforms. Okay, so now that we have those base platforms, we're going to come over to the tile to the respective east, south, west, and north of them, and we're going to edit these ramps facing like their direction. So ramps like this, and ramps like this. Now, so we have 12 brick pieces, right? We can now actually copy the same design that we did on this layer because of how we edited these cones. So we can just have, I don't think we use this actually in this, but we can go all the way out right here. We do like a 3x3 in the middle and then go all the way out on the sides like this. So 3x3 in the middle and then 2 out on the sides like this. All right. And this is going to be 1, 2, 5. Let's see, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 12. 15, 17 pieces. So 17 plus 12, 29. So we're going to upgrade this again. And I know you guys are going to hate this by the end of it, me upgrading, but I genuinely like think this is going to be helpful for you guys because I know I'm going to get someone in the comment section being like, yo, like, bro, it's not spitting out 150. Like, why isn't it spitting out 150? And I'm going to be like, yo, did you upgrade everything? And they're going to be like, but I didn't. So that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to get DMs about that. So upgrade everything as you go. Right? Because this theoretically will put up 150, and it realistically has put out 150 a minute of each material for me. All right. Then we're going to place 17 more cones on top. Okay. So 29 plus 17 is 46. So we have 46 down. All right, and we'll just upgrade all of this. You guys are going to hate the upgrade sound. All right. The next thing we're going to do after that is we're going to get our arches back out and re-edited. And we're going to add a little bit more to it. So I said 29 plus 17, right? So 46. I was just making sure I did my math right. You never be too cautious. We're then going to come to the middle tile. We're going to surround it in tiles, and we're going to do it in a 3x3 fashion again. No, not 3x3. We're going to go out 1 on each side. So we have the middle tile. We surround it in 4. We're going to go out to the south. We're going to surround it in 3. We're going to go to the east tile from the center, surround it in 3. So 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. So 3 times 4 plus 4 is 16. So we have 16 tiles in this. So 46 plus 16 is 62. So we have 62 tiles now on this. So we need 12 more tiles to make up for it. And to put in the rest of our brick. Yeah, so this is going to be way more complicated than my other builds, but this will get you 4 bases with 150 mats a minute, which I think is kind of worth it. And you're going to struggle a little bit with this design, right, as you go through it, and it's going to be longer than the other ones. But I think it's worth it. If you have friends that ever need to mat grind or whatever, because I know people blow through mats like crazy, it's 100% worth it. Or if you ever do like stuff like MSK a lot, you kind of need a mat grinder or else you're going to be begging everybody. Okay, so now that we have that, we're going to use the same exact trick that we used last time. We're going to bend this cone up, this cone up, this cone up, and this cone up, all right, to get our connections. And we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, but we can actually get extra connections right one tile this way. So we had 62, so that's 5 tiles, 6 tiles, 7 tiles, 8 tiles, 9 tiles, right? So 9 tiles plus 62, we just need 3 more. Okay? Which, I mean, genuinely, I'm just going to finish it off to make it look symmetrical with, with 4 cones. You don't have to do this, you only need 3, but I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, just to make it look pretty, TBH. But make sure underneath you're still upgrading all these. Okay? And this is where I actually AFK. This is like my whole AFK spot is right here on top of this brick layer, right? Because I set a timer for UFO, so I just like set a timer for say like an hour and 35 minutes or whatever. So that'll bring me to around like wave 24. I just wake up, I go, okay, UFO's in the sky, and I'll put some footage of UFO shooting it down. You basically want to use one of these all damage xenon bows right here, and you can one-shot UFO by shooting it just above the midline and right through the center of the UFO if you use a xenon bow. So you don't have to worry about any like crazy UFO tricks or anything like that. You just shoot it with a xenon bow. But okay, so from right here, right, if we get up here, what happens if we need to go somewhere in our endurance, right? We're going to put directional pads up top here. So these are going to be player directional pads, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And this is just added mobility so you can get somewhere if you need to go somewhere, right? Because even if I have a perfect base, which this base works really, really super well, and it gets you the AFK 30 if you just shoot down the UFO, some things just happen, right? And they're unavoidable. So this is just to get you places. Like you can get to home base pretty easily, or you can get to like pretty much anywhere in the map. Like if you want to get to Devil quickly, you just yeet yourself over there. But now you might be thinking, okay, well, we have the wooden brick layers, right? We need to do metal now, and metal's going to be fun. It's definitely not actually going to be fun. So the way we're going to do metal layer is we're going to come over here to where our jump pad is, and we're just going to casually come up here and land on it, right? So we're going to go 1 layer up from our jump pad, and we're going to place that. We're then going to copy the same exact shape as we did the brick layer, and we're going to go all the way to the end here. So this should be 7 tiles, and it's going to match that. We're going to find the middle. We're going to go 3 tiles this way and 3 tiles that way. And we're going to have a 3x3 in the middle. Boom, boom, right? So that's going to be our shape. And I think we deemed that as 17 tiles last time. So this is 17 metal pieces. We're then going to upgrade all of this. All right. And so if you're building this in another endurance or like Plankerton or Stonewood or whatchamacallit or a canny, you don't necessarily have to have it way up in the sky like this. I just like it to have this high up in the sky because you need 9 tiles above like the highest level of like a mini boss, right? Of a like wave 15 mispod mini boss for it not to TP to you. So this is way up high in the sky just for that reason. It also puts us in the perfect level to shoot down UFO because the UFO is at the same exact level as us. So if we're at that perfect level to shoot down UFO, like we can get an easier shot with our Xenon bow to hit like the maximum amount of damage it does through it. So we're gonna then put a cones on top of this. This is gonna be 34 cones. I bet you guys are sick of my voice already. Lol. So 34 cones. And we're just going to fill all that with it. Okay, we're going to do something blasphemous right here. I'm going to put in archways without upgrading everything. Oh, I know. Don't listen. Don't do as I do. Do as I say. Oh, see, look, I can't even resist the urge to upgrade all of it because I know I'm going to forget the stuff. But so we have 34 here. We're then going to surround the middle tile in cones. And we're going to do 16, like, we're going to do one tile from the middle on each one and put 3 around it. So this is going to be 16. So 34 plus 16, 50. Okay. Right? And we're going to do something similar to right up here, right? On the same exact tile that we did it last time. We're going to do this same exact shape. So it's going to look something like this, right? So we're going to edit these pieces like that. I think we can get away with putting the 32 pieces in there. So we had our 34 plus 16. I think we can get away with the 24 piece 9x9 like this. So 24 plus 34 is going to be 58. All right, so we're going to go to each of those sides, right? So just to make sure I'm getting the right ones, we're going to edit these tiles like that. Boom. Okay. So now we're going to have 58 tiles here, right? So where are we going to put the rest of our tiles? Now that we have all of our archways surrounded, our 3x3 of archways, we're then going to surround these upward facing ramps in them as well. So that's 58 plus 12. That's going to be 70 of our pieces. And where are we going to put our last 4 is what we should be asking now. So that's 70 pieces. And the last 4, what we're going to do is we're going to place it right under here, right? Now, if you don't care about mobility, you're going to, frankly, like, not need this floor, but you're going to place these last 4 pieces right here. Okay? And that's going to be your mat grinder done, right? I'm personally going to place this floor right here, solely for the purposes of this is going to be one of our spots where we're going to have mobility to. Instead of walking all the way to hill to get up on our mat grinder, we're going to actually just directional pad over there. That's the easiest thing. So I have an optional, and this is completely optional, path to get up here from our mat grinder, and we'll rebuild that over there as well for you guys. But I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 wood floors, 1, 2, 3 wood floors, okay? And you'll see we'll be able to directional pad all the way over here from spawn up this, boop, right onto here, okay? And once we're here, now you're like, okay, well, like, you're there now, but, like, how do you get up onto the build? Well, we're just going to add a jump pad right here. So you guys can just casually, boop, land here. Boop, now you're up on the right level. Now, if you're, I'm not going to say skilled, because, frankly, this isn't, like, a really skillful thing. But if you know what you're doing, you can super jump pad, so you jump as soon as you touch the directional pad, and you'll be on the 2nd level already. But not everybody knows how to do that, and not everybody can get that consistent, so we have this landing platform. So this landing platform is optional. But alright, so that's going to be the full mat grinder, right? Make sure you upgrade every single piece of metal, right? I haven't upgraded these pieces, so I know I'm going to forget them. But make sure you upgrade every single piece of metal in here, or you're not going to get the right output. Okay, so now let's go over here and build this. This is going to be our mobility, right? So we already added this right here, right? This was from home base, and this is going to be our bait tile for our smashers. So off of this, we then have a ramp going up right here, and I like to two-tone this just for shits and giggles, but we're going to have a ramp up here, ramp up here. We're going to have a floor. We're going to have a ramp, a floor. Floor, ramp, floor. We then had a cone piece right here, edited in such a way that the 3 tiles to the southwest are going up, and then we had this little triangle. So this is just added mobility, so we can get around the map easier. And then we place a directional pad here. Okay? So that's going to basically be our mobility to get around the map, is basically you spawn in, you go and place your base over here at whatchamacallit, at ramp. You just come down here, place your base, right? If you don't actually want to place your base and you want to mat grind, you just spawn in, you turn around, you come on up here, hit the directional pad. I almost, I would have landed on the platform. I was just trying to get up there at the beginning. You come on up here, and you put your base down. And then I usually like to come on up here. This is my AFK spot when I don't have the base, but if you have the base, just sit down here, come back to your controller or your keyboard every 7 minutes, and just interact. Alright? So that's basically how this is going to work, right? And now I'm down here. But that's how this mat grinder and stuff's going to work. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this, right? This mat grinder put in a lot of work, and there's actually a lot of cool little design things into it that made it possible. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys do like this video, leave a like on the video and consider subscribing to my channel, as well as consider joining Endurance Lounge. Endurance Lounge is a place, a Discord where we host and leech endurances, and the more you host, the more tickets you gain, the more times you can join other people's endurance. So come on, stop on by there. It's not a place to like beg for builds or anything like that, but it's a good place to meet other high-level endurance players, and as well as join their endurances. And yeah, that's my mat grinder. This is a 4-player base mat grinder with no mega base. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll show you guys footage of it actually working after this.